Adriana.
And I'm Jen.
And welcome to another exciting season of Two Moms in the Kitchen.
This season is sure to bring you some great new recipes, many tips and tricks for working in the kitchen, a whole lot of good conversation, and a great deal of fun.
We know that the world looks a little different now, but we hope that we can bring some joy and laughter into your home each episode.
We are so excited to be back.
Hi and welcome back. Today we're going to be making a Cuban dish called Arroz Imperial, or Imperial rice. You pick. If you can say it in Spanish, go for it. Today we have a special guest. My mom is in town. Very exciting. And so we thought it would be fun to, I'm Cuban, so we thought it would be fun to make a Cuban dish. And this recipe is actually my aunt's recipe. And just for your information, this is one of those recipes that a little bit of this, a little bit of that. We don't have really any measurements. We just go along to your taste. So this is going to be a lot of fun. So the first thing we're going to do is we got some rice. So we've already made the rice. And here's some options for you. You can make the peas in with the rice or put them together while the rice is cooking. Or if you're like me and you forgot to put the peas in the rice, that's okay. You can put them in a bowl and put the peas in it. So this is about 3 cups of uncooked rice, which will make ish 6 cups of rice. And this, we just used white rice. You can use brown rice. You can do whatever you want. Oh, and parboiled rice, according to my mom, is the best. There you go. So, frozen peas. You do what you want. If you want a lot of peas, great. If you don't want a lot of peas, great. Just, I'm gonna do probably half the bag because it's gonna be all spread out. Peas is one of those vegetables that my kids actually will eat, even though they're green. So how about your kids? Would they eat peas?
Okay. Peas are on the okay list.
Oh, I'm so happy.
Yes.
So just mix them around because we're going to be baking this at the end. So it really doesn't matter when you add the peas. But that looks nice and festive.
Nice pop of color.
Right? There we go. That's fine. Okay. Next, we have a couple of things. So the recipe originally calls for 1 big green pepper. There was not a really big green pepper at the grocery store, according to Jen.
No.
So we have 2 smallish ones. And again, this is one of those, you do it as big or as a little of a dice as you desire. If it's better for your kids or your family to see them just in little pieces, great, do them small dice. If they want to be able to pull them out, do them in a big dice. I tend to like a smaller dice in this recipe. I don't know about you, Jen. How about you?
Yeah, I would say probably similar in size to the peas. Yeah.
What I like about this dish is that it is kind of versatile. So we just kind of shove everything in. And again, according to your taste. Okay. There we go. Okay, so after this, we're going to be, so we're doing the 2 small peppers. Let's just get all this done. We're going to do this 2 small peppers, and then we're going to do 2 onions. Oh, I don't like that piece. And then we're going to shred up some chicken. So I'm going to finish doing that, and we'll be right back. Okay, so we've got our onions and our peppers cut and in the bowl. The next thing we're going to do is shred some chicken. Now, we just got a chicken from Costco, a rotisserie that's been already done. If you choose to make your own, great, go for it. If you have leftover chicken from a dish, go for it. You can use any of the meat. My mom prefers to do the white meat. That's her own preference because the rest of the chicken grosses her out. That's fine. So
I think your original recipe calls for white meat.
White meat. The original recipe that you sent me says chicken, and then she put in parentheses, I use the breast. So let's be honest with what's happening here. So anyways, we're just gonna take off the skin. There we go. Oh, there's a little bit of a tie here. So I bought this yesterday from Costco, and I put it in the fridge, so everything is, it's a little bit easier to shred the meat for me when it's cold. I don't know how you feel about that.
Yeah, about how much chicken do you need?
About 2 breasts worth,
Okay.
or if you wanted to do thighs and wings, you know. Again, this is part of that, as much meat as you want,
Okay.
as much peas as you want, as much onions as you want.
Very versatile dish.
Very versatile. Make it your own. There we go. Okay. And what you're gonna do is you're just gonna shred it up nicely with your hands. You don't need anything, you don't need the fork or anything, because, okay, I think that looks, does that look like enough chicken?
Yes, it does. You're doing a great job.
Thank you.
Excuse me.
Okay. So, alrighty. Yeah, so just shred it up and then you can put it in the same bowl as your onions and peppers, because what we're gonna do with all this is done is we're gonna be adding some garlic to it and some tomato sauce, and we're making a fricassee, which I don't know exactly what a fricassee means. I'm assuming it's something with peppers and onions and tomato sauce, but that's what the recipe says, it's fricassee. So I just shred that up, there we go. Well done. Okay.
And don't forget that you can use the chicken carcass for soup.
Oh yes.
So we can make a lovely soup now that we're going into the cold season.
Oh yes. And we've got some fun and exciting recipes coming up in the next couple of weeks of soups and comfort foods.
Mhm.
Oh yes, we're very excited. I could live off soup. I don't know about you, Jen.
Yes.
I could very happily.
There's nothing better than coming home from being out and about and sitting down with a warm cup of soup.
Oh my gosh. I know it. Okay. So that looks pretty good. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. Just shred it up to your own liking. Okay, now we're going to go over to the stove and cook this up. Okay, so now we're going to make the fricassee. So we've got the stove on at about medium-ish. We're going to add a little bit of olive oil just to kind of soften the peppers and the onions. Again, no measuring. It's not required. So what we're going to do is we're going to add all of our peppers, onions, and chicken. You want to make sure that you have a pan that's a little bit on the bigger side, because this is going to kind of take over a little bit. So I think this is a 12-inch pan, looks like it. So we're just going to kind of let things hang out for a few minutes. After they're done cooking, we are going to add tomato sauce, a little bit of garlic, and salt and pepper. Okay, so the peppers and the onions are translucent and soft. The chicken is starting to get a little bit brown, so it's perfection right here. So this is where we're going to add a couple of pinches of salt, again, to your taste. Pepper, to your taste. Remember, my husband's family is a peppery family, so we add a little bit always extra. Tomato sauce. Now, this is the tricky part, because the recipe would call for about 14 ounces-ish. If you like it saucier, you put more, less, whatever. But we have a 680 milliliter can, so we're going to do about half and see how we feel. A little bit more, okay? And then, as always, our garlic. So this recipe calls for 5 cloves of garlic. We're just going to go. I put 3 heaping teaspoons of garlic. Okay, and then let's see how we do. Okay, so just mix it all together. Let's turn down the heat a little bit. There we go. Oh, we've got a rogue chicken. Okay, that's looking pretty good.
It smells amazing.
Yeah, I don't know that we need to add any more sauce. Maybe I'll add just a touch at the end just to make it a little bit saucier, because we are saucy people. Okay, yeah. I think just a touch more sauce, because we can. There we go. So that was really like 3/4 of the can. There we go. That's looking good. Perfection right there. Okay, make sure you get all of that covered. Keep it pulling from the sides so everything has sauce on it. Ooh, I love it because some of the onions started to get a little bit charred. Oh, that's the best. Okay, perfect. Okay, now we're gonna move back over to the island and build. We are here and we are ready to build. So what we're gonna be doing is we're doing a layer of rice, a layer of the fricassee, and then another layer of rice. So we've decided that we actually have enough food to do 3 8x8 containers. So just kind of put the rice in to a nice even layer. This is like lasagna. You can't mess it up. Doesn't matter. Oops, there you go.
You sure to leave for the top?
I am. Oh dear, my mom.
And you were saying that this would be good to give away as a gift?
Yes.
Or as a meal?
So if you have a friend who has recently had a baby or, is sick or whatever, this is a great meal to pass along. One thing that is a really great thing about this meal too is that you can freeze it after you've cooked it. You don't have to cook it after, or you don't have to give it to them raw, if you will, unbaked, and then they don't, they have to bake it. So what my mom has done in the past is she'll bake it and then freeze leftovers for lunches, and so you have lunches for months. So, okay.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing at all. Okay, so I've kind of divided this up, let's see, as best I can, into 3. There we go. Okay. There we go. This one is a little, this one here. Does that look about even? Sure.
Looks good.
Okay. Okay, and then what you're gonna do is just spread it all out. Okay. Again, it's not rocket science, you're just spreading it out so that you cover the rice. There we go. If you did decide to do this as one big 9x13 pan, it's fantastic for gatherings and parties and stuff. People go crazy when we serve this at our parties because it's so good. Okay. See? Perfection. Spread out. Wonderful. This one's a little lean, but that's okay. I was a little generous in this one. That's okay.
It's all good.
All good. Were you going to say something?
It'd be fun to see a camera right here.
Oh. We'll do it at the end.
Okay,
Okay.
and then the rice.
And then rice at the end. Okay, now I'm going to tell you the secret to this dish. This is probably the best part of the dish. When you're done spreading out the rice, we are going to add something real special here.
Secret ingredient.
Secret ingredient, if you will, that nobody will know except when they taste it. They're just going to say, "Oh, this tastes so good." We add a layer of mayonnaise on top. Now
And we use light.
and this is light. So again, no measuring. You do you. So we're just going to do a layer, and you can add more as you're spreading it out. But the reason we do this is because we're going to be adding mozzarella cheese to it on the top. And the mayo just kind of helps the cheese stick. See, when you spread it out like that, nobody knows. I can already tell I'm going to need more mayo. That's okay. There we go. We go back for round 2. Okay. There we go. Come on. There we go.
And when you spread it out, children will not know that it's
Children.
in there.
No. Do your kids have issues with mayo?
Neither one are a big fan of it.
Really?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh. What do they put in their? Oh, they don't like sandwiches.
No.
Just remember that.
My son is all about ketchup and
Yes,
barbecue
of
sauce, like any kind of dipping sauce, but yeah, not really mayo. Although, I'll tell you a secret. He ate a Wendy's hamburger the other day, and it had mayonnaise on it, and I told him that it was their secret sauce, and he still ate it, so.
Listen, we do what we have to do, right? Okay.
Sneaky mom moment.
So then we're just gonna add some mozzarella on top. There we go. There we go. And again, it's to your liking. If you like more cheese, add more cheese. No rhyme or reason here.
But it sure tastes good with lots of cheese.
There you go.
You can never have enough cheese.
Never. There we go. A little bit more. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna pop this in the oven, and then you have dinner. And now we have 3 dinners. Look at this, it's amazing. If you like this recipe, let us know. Go ahead and click like and subscribe to our channels. We're so excited to be bringing you some really, really fun recipes in the coming weeks. We're coming near Christmas, so we're gonna be doing a lot of fun things with Christmas stuff, getting ready for holidays. If you're gonna be having some sort of a brunch, we've got some really, really fun things coming up. So don't forget to subscribe to our channel.